Coming up on Network Action, President Muhammadu Buhari intensifies his fight against corruption. Anxiety in Kenya as main opposition leader Raila Odinga prepares to outline his next move after President Uhuru Kenyatta's victory at the Rural election. Cameroon opposition leader Abubakar Siddiqui jailed for 25 years. Hello and welcome to the program. I am Ayotunde Balogun. We begin here in Nigeria, where the new secretary to the government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustapha, has his job already cut out for him, as he strives to prove to Nigerians the president's anti-corruption war has not lost its bite. President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday sacked the former SGF, Mr. Babachir Lawal, and the spy chief, Mr. Ayoke, based on the recommendations of an investigation panel led by Vice President Yemi Oshibajo. The spokesperson for the president, Mr. Femi Adesina, believes this is proof that the president indeed means business.
The president once again has shown himself to be a painstaking and a thorough person, somebody who will ensure that the right thing is done at any given time, somebody who does not play to the gallery. He got that report on August 23. It came in 6 volumes. Yes, there was an executive summary, but apart from that executive summary, with a fine-tooth comb, we went through the main report. And today, we have got his conclusions about the report and the recommendations. It shows you that the meal of the gods, like they say, may grind slowly, but they grind finely.
Moving on now, and for those who are asking what next after the sack, well, the presidency says all other actions will be taken by the relevant government agencies. Now, the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, insists that the president is committed to the rule of law and will not shield anyone from investigation. Mr. Shehu was speaking earlier today on Channels Television.
The president has given the leeway, has given the clear go-ahead to all of these investigation agencies that have investigations going on to carry on with what they are doing. If they have any reason, they have prosecutable offenses against any one of these two or just any other person, they are perfectly in line with the law to go ahead and prosecute. The president will not stand against the law of the country. He will not shield anyone, from the law of the land. The law of the land is very clear. This country is governed by constitution, by law. And if for any reason anybody runs counter to the law or to the constitution of the land, then they must account for that.
Right about now, we've been joined by our guest, a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst, Yinka Oyeniji, who joins us for more analysis on the issue. We're glad you could join us on the program, Network Africa.
It's my pleasure. It's good to sit with you.
All right, now let's look at, let me start by asking you first. The sack of Babachir Lawal and Ayoke. Do you think the president's action is indeed realistic? What does the sack actually say, of the president in totality?
Again, it's obvious that the news does not appear as straight as it looks or as it sounds, and that's why you are probably taking it upon yourself to also do an expose on it, all right? You sack political appointees who you claim that have been investigated by a committee which did not make its reports public, and then you go ahead and just ask them to leave the appointment that you've given to them. It does not satisfy the conscience or the information yearnings of the average Nigerian. On what basis have you sacked them? Have you made the reports public? Would they not come back one day and say that they never got fair hearing? All right, as usual, for me personally, it looks as though it's been treated as a private family affair. The president has sacked because he believes he can no longer work with them, but Nigerians have not been told the rationale behind those relieving them of their appointments.
Now, so perhaps one may be tempted to say that the president is also still waiting to, have those reports. I mean, the presidential panel's reports made public after, dealing with the issue first. What do you have to say about that?
It's looking like placing the cart before the horse again, okay? Because you could tell. I do not even think that the president appointed the former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency. Yes, that was an inherited appointee. So for me, if you were going to sack someone who occupies that kind of sensitive position with the magnitude of the allegations, you could have first made the report public, all right? If you go ahead and sack them and then say that investigations will commence, on what basis have you sacked them then? All right, if you said to them, if you were relieving them of their appointments immediately you got into office and it was unrelated to any incident, nobody will ask any questions. You had those rights. But if it's like employment, if you say that you're going to relieve any worker, and that worker, the employment is with statutory flavor, then you have to state the reason why you are relieving such worker of their appointments, like sacking lecturers. You can't wake up one day and sack lecturers. You are leaving problems for another day. So I believe that this has been done wrongly. And I don't even think it's the right step, all right? This should have been done a while ago, but for the proper channels to have been followed. It reminds me of the way the judges were treated. I mean, everybody just came on there and said, oh, you found so, you found so. The next thing you called DSS in, it was a sting operation. Dingba has gone back to his position. We have not secured one conviction of any of those judges. This is the same thing that has been done with Babachir again. And, okay, show us the reports, for example. Gazette them. Is there a white paper? Are we going to sweep it under the carpet and hope that my now won't go this way? Just my thoughts.
Now, what's your thought about the statement from Garba Shehu, who says that the president says he's committed to the rule of law and will not shield anyone from investigation?
Yeah, I suspect that I was looking for the English for that. It looks like official, I won't call it official lie, permit me to say a white lie. We know what you mean to say, that you are not saying, but you are telling us something to satisfy us. All right, so you are saying to me you do not want to shield anybody. EFCC should have been waiting when Babachir appeared before a panel, if they knew that the reports were going to discredit him or were going to show his complicity. All right? Why? It's only in this country, and I find it very bemusing. It's only in Nigeria where you have law enforcement agents wait for instructions from the executive before they do their job, if there's any to be done. So don't say to me that, oh, you now told the FCC, we know what will happen. Oh, my now this, my now that, we can't find my now, another arrest, oh, another warrant of arrest, oh, the court has vacated the warrant, oh, Interpol has ordered, oh, Interpol didn't order, oh, we cannot find okay again, oh, we may never find Babachir again. Doesn't make any word of sense at all. All right, if we have law enforcement agencies that are behest, okay, that are on top of their jobs, they won't wait for this. We hear it, it's funny. It's like whistleblowing has taken a whole different turn altogether. You just hear a rumor and then it turns out it's real. You trash it in the papers and then you start getting, it looks like the president even learns of these things from pages of the newspapers.
So what do we say about the Buhari administration? I mean, in totality, will the president's action, do you think it will rekindle some confidence, from what all you've said so far?
On my way here, I tried to do some analysis in my head. Any administration whatsoever in Nigeria has probably only 3 years to work. From May to December, you are trying to to deal with problems inherited. The following year and the year after that, fine. The next year, half elections. All right, so for me, Buhari's administration has not rekindled any confidence whatsoever by sacking Babachir, and okay, if any, it tells us that the president and this administration is reactionary. They wait for the things to happen, they respond to it. No, the president should be the news. We shouldn't wait. It looks like 1 week, one joke. I mean, it's very interesting. And so we've lost confidence in looking forward to any week because it looks like it's stage managed. Okay, this week we are going to wait for what is going to happen. And then you understand, even information management. I mean, due respect to Femi Adesina, you don't do things like that. You want to sack anybody, it's Femi Adesina who will tell us. And then Garba Shehu is the one who will come after Femi has spoken. Where is the Minister for Information? This thing should be at the end of FEC. They say, oh, communicate, this is what happened. This is what the FEC decided. Those people, it looks like we allow the thieves get away. They elect thieves.
Let me quickly ask about Boss Mustafa. Until now, who was the Director General of the National Inland Waterways? Do you think he can handle his new portfolio? A lot of good things have been said about him. I mean, from the government.
I like to be objective. When I read it in the newspapers yesterday, I asked myself, so who takes over the job he left behind? Nobody's saying anything again until we find there's a vacuum. All right? At the Copyright Commission, the Director General's tenure is almost over. Until the workers go on strike, we won't find another substantive Director General. At NAFDAC, we have an acting Director General. The workers went on strike before we made another appointment. Now we have brought this man who's left something behind, who is inheriting problems. We are creating problems for the next government already. Dazuki today is not in court. Jonathan today is not in court. The man from the Shites is not in court. They've had orders. We have not obeyed those orders. We can go on and on. So for me, it really, I am optimistic and I wish the new man the very best, but it takes a lot of temerity to work in this administration.
Legal practitioner and public affairs analyst Yinka Oyeneje, thank you for your thoughts on the program.
Thank you. It's always my pleasure on Channels. Thanks.